Hi, I'm Mr. Simons, and in this video we're going to talk about a confusing economic issue called external stability, not internal stability, not inside stability, looking at external stability outside of Australia. Okay, so we're going to be incorporating things like the current account, exchange rates, foreign liabilities, that kind of thing to try and explain this economic issue. All right, let's get started. External stability, what we're saying is that it's an aim of government policy. So we're saying that the government does set out to achieve external stability. So the government tries to achieve this goal. How hard they try, we're going to look at in a minute. So let's flip back. Let's get blue here. The government policy that seeks to promote sustainability on the external accounts. Man, that's tricky. Seeks to promote sustainability on the external accounts. Now, if a student wrote that, I might be like, what do you mean? So if we say seeks to promote sustainability, what we're sort of looking at is that what we're saying is that Australia can meet its financial obligations to the rest of the world. When it says seeks to promote sustainability, that it's sustainable, that our relationships with other countries financially, that our obligations with other countries can be met, right? And when we're talking about these financial obligations, we're sort of saying, okay, Australia can meet its foreign debt, Australia can meet its foreign equity obligations. So we can repay the principal and we can service the debt. We can give the ongoing rewards to investors when they provide foreign equity. And external accounts is just looking at Australia's relationship with other countries. So external accounts, things like that are recorded in the balance of payments, this idea of foreign obligations. So this foreign obligations is coming up quite a bit here. So what we can say is external stability, which the government tries to achieve, is all about helping Australia, or ensuring, oh, what a good word, ensuring Australia can meet its financial obligations to the rest of the world with a focus on foreign debt and foreign equity. So then if we look at the next part of this definition, so that Australia can service its foreign liabilities. When we're saying service its foreign liabilities, essentially we're saying that Australia can repay its foreign liabilities and also meet the obligations. So service foreign liabilities, let's say that it can pay interest on its foreign debt and it can reward investors for foreign equity in the medium to long run. So over a period of time, let's put this over here. Oops. What is that? So over a period of time, so not just now, and that this latter point is pretty important, and avoid currency volatility, right? So this is the last part of this definition. So if we go here, that basically what it's saying here is that if people don't think Australia can repay its debts, they might sell the Australian dollar because they're not confident. Right? So that if Australia can remain externally stable, people have confidence in the dollar and that the currency doesn't jump around too much. So again, with this avoid currency volatility, if Australia achieves external stability, people stay confident in the Australian economy and they do not sell off the Australian dollar. The Australian dollar remains consistent. Okay, so I've written all over the place. What I'm going to do is just number these ideas so you can keep it in term. So external stability, that's 1. Aim of government policy, that's 2. If we look at seeks to promote sustainability, this whole point here is 3. On the external accounts, that's 4. Service its foreign liabilities, that is 5. That is 6, part 6, and that is part 7. Now I'll just label these points. That's 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 parts to this definition. I wasn't lying that it was complex. And if you can have an idea about what this means, all of these are disparate and related elements, you will be well on your way to understanding external stability. Okay, so now we've got a better idea about what external stability even is. What we're going to have a look at now is, what does external stability actually involve? And what I'm kind of pointing out in terms of this idea is this. So what I'm looking at is, how do we keep track of Australia's external stability? How do we know whether Australia is externally stable or externally unstable? Okay, so we're looking at external stability. I've got this smiley face here because we're all having fun at this point in time, so that's a great thing. So what I'm going to do is, external stability has 3 components, 3 things we use to keep track of Australia's external stability. So the first thing we look at is the size of the current account deficit, and we look at the size of the current account deficit as a percentage of GDP. We say, how big is it? Is it 5%? Is it 6%? Is it more than 6%? Oh, that'd be terrible. Another way is this. We also look at net foreign liabilities. And net foreign liabilities involves the amount of money other countries owe to Australia and the amount of money Australia owes to other countries. So really it's looking at the balance of foreign debt and foreign equity between Australia and the rest of the world. So that is our second measure of external stability. Okay, now the third measure is the value of the Australian dollar. And here we're looking at the volatility. And here we're looking at the volatility of the currency. We're looking at appreciation and depreciation and how that will affect relationships with other countries. Because if we think about the Aussie dollar, when the value of the dollar changes, when we're experiencing these kinds of things, this is going to affect that. When the Australian dollar changes, that will affect exports, BOGs, NPY, and the Australian dollar size of foreign debt related to NPY, the value of the CAD, maybe even imports, right? External stability affected by CAD, net foreign liabilities, and the Australian dollar. Now, in the playlist for external stability, there are videos for each of these components. So once you are familiar with this definition and you've got this down in your notes, now it's time to take it one by one. Okay, let's go to the CAD and external stability. Let's go to net foreign liabilities and external stability. And let's go to the Australian dollar and external stability. Okay, any questions in the comments? And thank you for watching.